Do here is go back.
Hey guys, it's Kr0nix. Today we're looking at how to build weapons in Warframe. Each weapon normally has 3 damage types on it: impact, puncture, and slash. Each weapon also has a status chance. Now status chance is how often you will proc or activate one of these damage types. Now let's take a look at what the damage types do when they proc. Impact knocks back targets and opens them for melee finishers. Puncture reduces the target's damage by up to 75%. Slash is the most popular stat wanted on all weapons. When it procs, it bleeds the target's health behind their armor. Depending on what type of enemy faction you're fighting, you normally want to bring the element they are most weakest to. Corpus enemies hate magnetic or virulent slash builds or gas. Grineer hate corrosive and radiation. Infested hate virulent slash builds as well as heat. Multi-shot is a chance of you shooting more than one bullet at a time. If you have 2 multi-shot, every bullet you shoot has a guaranteed second bullet. Critical chance is affected by critical multiplier, so if your critical damage is 2.2 times, like on the Kr0nixGaming Warframe, when you get the crit on the enemy, your damage is amplified by 2.2 times. Magnetic damage amplifies damage on shields by 100% and nullifies shield regeneration for 6 seconds made by using cold and electric. Corrosive damage degrades armor of anyone shot by 20% and increases by 6% per stack. You can only have 10 stacks on an enemy at a time. Each stack has a duration of 8 seconds. Corrosive is made by using toxin and electric. Gas damage procs a cloud to all enemies within 3 meters. Each stack of gas increases its radius by 0.3 meters up to 6 when reaching 10 stacks, made by using toxin and heat. Blast damage is inaccuracy. It reduces the target's accuracy by 30% for 6 seconds. At 10 stacks, will reduce accuracy by 75%. Each stack has a duration of 6 seconds. Radiation damage is confusion. It affects targets for 12 seconds. Radiation also increases damage by 50% up to 550. Each proc of radiation has a duration of 12 seconds. Ravens were introduced to make weaker weapons more viable in the later game. Ravens can have 2 positives or 3. They can also come with 1 negative. A Riven with a negative will boost the positive stats by 15 to 20%. When rolling or looking to buy a Riven, ideally you want to find one with a harmless negative. Now a harmless negative, for example, is -zoom. IPS stands for impact, puncture, and slash. Negative IPS Rivens are also a good way of increasing damage or changing a weapon dramatically. Looking at Kr0nixGaming Warframe based off the IPS, the weapon has a much higher chance to proc slash. The damage numbers dictate which is more likely to proc with the status effect. You can find this out by dividing the numbers by one another to get a percentage of the most dominant stat. Now this weapon is a slash based weapon, so we should ideally build it with viral. Slash speeds the enemy's health behind their armor or shield, with viral proccing as well, reducing the target's health by 50% on a proc, means less health to bleed. Now that we've seen how to build weapons on Warframe, let's take a look at a negative IPS Riven. My Riven's negative here is negative slash. Now even if it was 100%, the status damage is affected by the base weapon stats. So the Riven being negative slash, which is the main damage type for this weapon, doesn't affect its status damage. So as we are lowering the slash damage on the weapon, we wouldn't use viral. We would use something like corrosive, as the chances of proccing anything other than corrosive are very low, making the corrosive damage extremely potent. So hopefully that helped you guys learn how to build weapons on Warframe. The same method applies for every single weapon in the game. If you have any questions, just message in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget that notification bell. And I'll see you next time.